Just for those of you who don't know me, my name is Reshma Hingorane. I am a psychiatrist by training, also an OBGYN. I quit writing medications in 2012 and I only practice holistic wellness in the Washington DC area of USA. How about you said some of us are, you are worried about. So let's talk about what worries. 1, 2, 3. Does anyone want to share? Rajiv, you want to share any worry?
I don't worry.
You don't worry. You make others worry. That's fine. Anyone else? Okay, so when you talk about worry is what they call, misuse of imagination. It's like sitting on a rocking chair and expecting to get somewhere, right? So worry is like it's like a constant thought, recurring thought, which has no end point. Is there any specific worry anyone has? We can address that. If not, let me give you a 1-point solution to all worries. Okay, and the answer lies in understanding what are emotions and I wish I could see people. I mean, I'm talking to dark screens except for Rajiv and Mukesh. Now Indu, now Sanjay. So nice. Oh yes.
Don't. Hairs are really shaggy.
That's
really
good,
shaggy.
Good. I like to feel better,
It's okay. I'm not taking a shower in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we can't smell you, so you're lucky today. Poonam, okay, great. So let me start by saying there's a 1-point solution for worrying, which is that emotions don't have a leg to stand on. Please remember, all of you, emotions do not ever have a leg to stand on. So whenever you experience any emotion, it's riding on a thought. Somebody give me a nod or something. So
yes.
Right. Otherwise, sometimes people don't hear. Okay.
But when some negative thought comes, the whole body feels, as it's a drain.
I'll answer that. So what happens? Anytime you feel any emotion, be it positive, be it negative, you could feel joy, happy, excited, right? Or you could feel anxious, sad, frustrated, disappointed, jealous, right? It could be a negative emotion, it could be a positive emotion. Please remember one thing: emotions do not have any legs to stand on. They cannot walk alone. They will always come to you riding on a thought, right? So you have to be playing cops and robbers with the negativity in your life, which means what does a cop do? If a cop sees a criminal, a robber, the cop catches that robber, right? So happy thoughts, happy emotions, you leave them alone. We are very happy with them. They are not criminals. Who are the criminals? The negative emotions and the negative thoughts. So we will always look for the emotion. If you're feeling troubled, you're looking for the negative emotion. Now you're trying to trace that negative emotion to the negative thought which brought it. Please remember, if you are feeling sad for no reason, if you are feeling anxious for no reason, it is possible that a mental illness is developing. Only in an anxiety disorder or a depressive disorder. Rajiv, are you here?
Yeah.
Or talking?
Yeah, I can hear. Somebody was talking to his wife, so
okay. Maybe whoever is not talking can mute.
Sorry.
So what I said, when you experience any negative emotion, so worry, jealousy, anxiety, sadness, anything, go back to your mind and find out which is the thought which caused it, and you will always find it. So the easiest way to do is, whenever you lose something, right, you start looking for something. And how do you go about it? By trying to remember when you last used it. So here the best way is to try and find out when was the last time you were not feeling like this, like you're feeling a little better. The minute you get to that spot, you will find a thought came to you and gave rise to that negative emotion. Now you have to catch the thought. All right. So what does a cop do? A cop will catch a criminal and put him in the jail. In this situation, my cop is here inside me, in my mind. The robber is also here. There's no jail. So a cop would put a criminal in a jail. So the jail is also here. So the only solution is to reform that criminal. To reform the criminal, what do you have to do? You have to replace it with a positive thought. There is no other way. So if we can just take an example, can anybody give me an example of any negative thought that has come to you today, yesterday, whenever? Anyone? Rajiv? Rajiv, you're the
I worry.
monitor.
Sometimes I worry that my kids may not be careful and they might go and take unnecessary risks and catch this disease.
Correct.
So,
correct. Very good. So that is probably a commonest negative thought that everybody has. I might catch it. My relative, my dear ones might catch it. So Rajiv, can you tell me, how could you replace this negative thought with a positive thought? You tell me. You're the class monitor, so you have to be not multitasking here.
How would I replace it?
Yeah.
I mean, I keep giving them advice whenever I talk to them.
Right.
So,
right.
And then I feel they're adults and they're healthy and they're, I replace it with positive thoughts that they're pretty smart, probably smarter than me.
Right.
So
right.
why am I worried?
Good that you have that insight. Most of the youngsters, but the problem is they may be smarter than us, but they are a little careless because there is this enthusiasm of youth, So they have one misperception that youngsters, when they get COVID, they're not going to get that sick, So you're very right. How do you replace that negative thought with a positive thought? You will replace it with the truth. So what is the truth?
Yes.
We take our precautions. And then whatever has to happen, has to happen. People develop, malignancies, people develop hypertension, diabetes. There's so many diseases that come to us, right? Without our having done anything wrong. So what in infections, when it comes to infections, yes, they are preventable. In fact, interestingly, in medicine, there are only two areas where a cure is possible. One is surgery, where you take out the problem. The other is infections, where you can actually treat it. Rahul, are you listening? Is Rahul around? No. So in medicine, a lot of people take issues with me on that. Everything else is controlled, whether it is hypertension, diabetes, ulcerative colitis, asthma, any illness that you tell me, it will be controlled by whatever you are doing, drugs or non-drug therapies. So in this instance also, we have to remember that all we can do is our best, which is take all due precautions. And so we keep ourselves abreast with that, right? Other than that, if the thought is repeatedly coming, you have to just catch it and throw it out. Okay. So does that answer your question to some extent?
It does.
Yes, that's a great solution because that's what I do. In fact, I consider myself a manager of myself. The way I look at myself is I'm managing myself.
Exactly.
And then if a negative thought comes and I have to control it, or even a positive thought comes, I feel like there is somebody, like I'm looking at it from a higher perspective. And
that's
then
good.
If a positive thought comes, I encourage it and I say, right. Yeah, that's a great thought.
Right.
And I like your thinking, Rajiv, and then proceed on that. And when a negative thought comes, I say, are you an idiot? You went to IIT. How are you thinking like this? So, I mean, that's one solution I've found.
Right.
So I don't worry any longer, except for this worry about my kids.
Okay. I always like to, somebody was saying something, Indu?
I said, we all worry about our kids.
See, what you need to do is care for them, have concern for them. You should try and remove the word worry from your vocabulary. You should try and not use negative words. You must remember, every time you use negative words, they are releasing some, unhappy, negative chemicals inside us. So if you repeatedly say, I am depressed, I am anxious, all you need to do is to examine, okay, you're feeling worried. Why are you feeling worried? What is the thought that is causing you to worry? Can I do something about it? Okay. And if you can't do something about it, so I'll come later on. Let me tell you right now, the serenity principle, right? The serenity prayer. There are three components to it. One, grant me the courage to change whatever I can, right? Two, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. And 3, the wisdom to know the difference. A lot of us fail in the third one. Sometimes we try to change things that we can't change. I'll keep on hitting my head against the wall. The wall is not moving. My head is getting affected. Commonest example, relationships. I don't get along with Indu. So what do? I try to change Indu. I find it so difficult to change myself. How do I even hope to try and change someone else? So the only way I can change Indu is by trying to change myself, my behavior, right? So that Indu's behavior, I hope then that Indu's behavior will change. So those are the, these are the foundations. These are the foundation principles. So, does that answer, Indu, does that answer your question?
It does. It does.
Do not encourage. First of all, be the cop. Be the cop all the time. Be vigilant. If you're feeling if you're feeling down, if you're feeling troubled, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling negative, try and catch the thought that brought that feeling. If you don't, so what we will do is, I am feeling sad, I'll start crying. I listen to a sad song, I'm thinking I want to ventilate. Now, the important thing to remember is non-specific making up is never useful. If a husband and wife fight, over an issue, then they both get tired of fighting. And so they decide we'll kiss and make up, and, they hug each other and, it's all over. It's not over. If the issue has not been resolved, what we call non-specific making up always has to be specific. You can agree to disagree. You can, disagree and decide we'll talk about it at another time, not tonight. But to say, okay, everything is fine, but, we'll think about it later. Sorry, those things don't work. Let me